What up, man? It's your boy Vigilante Styles, man. I'm over here mixing a song here. Actually, it was a remix of an old song, but it's new to you guys, so you could consider it a new song. Woohoo. Anyway, I made this beat. I don't have a big session. You know, it's just, it's like a sample, drums, you know, and then some vocals. So anyway, I'm in the process of, I'm in Harrison Mixbus 32C version 9. Like I told you guys in videos before, this is the perfect mixing software it is. And the more that I learn about mixing, the more that I keep coming back to this, and I like it more. So I know things that we complained about stuff at one time. Forget it, right? At the end of the day, it sounds good, right? Does this thing have like aliasing artifacts? I did a sine sweep test. There is like low level, but who cares, right? It sounds good. Like, I don't care. It sounds good. All the imperfections, for some reason, it doesn't sound bad. So for what it's worth, you know, fuck it. I mean, people have reasons to complain about all sorts of shit, and then they end up back in with these horrible digital mixes, you know, that just sound terrible. And you can get a fire mix with this fucking thing, dude. I mean, dude, old school engineers love this thing because it sounds like, it sounds like hardware, bro. It does. Like, it has a hardware vibe. And I realize this. Another thing is, don't be too worried about your meters. I mean, they're there. Like the K14 meter, I see it, and I used to kind of follow it. I don't know. Because you have a limiter. Dude, they have a limiter on the master bus that's catching your peaks. So I smash everything into the limiter, bro. I just go, basically, not really I smash into the limiter, as just basically I don't touch the master fader. I'm just going to mix into it. You know, I mean, I am going to do some master bus processing at the end just to kind of fine tune my mix. I might add more tape drive. I've also have another thing too, a new plugin. I got the Avalon right here. What? The Avalon 747. Does it sound exactly like an Avalon 747? Hell if I know, man. I just know it sounds good on vocals, right? See, that's one thing you guys gotta, like, you guys will learn over time, man, is that who gives a shit at the end of the day? If it sounds good, it's right, you know? I like the fact that this gives me a console workflow, but I also have more shit. I have like a console, like, you know, center section right here on the right side here, man. I got my monitor mode too. So I can check the mix in mono, I can dim it, I can do all sorts of shit with this monitoring setup here to ensure that my mix is going to be fire. But also, to be honest though, I don't always play around with it. It's just, there's no point, but I have it there. The main point is I'm just going to mix. Also, a new concept. You know that the guys at Harrison thought really, really deeply got a lot of feedback from their customers and what they like and what they want. So sometimes you go to the compressor, you go to the leveler. Yeah, you can change the ratio, the attack and the release, emphasis and whatnot. But I use it in default mode because that's how it was originally intended, right? And I use the leveler on everything. I don't know why it sounds good. It just does. But it's very similar to the compression technique I was doing with the SSL channel strips, where I would have the threshold turn all the way up, the ratio all the way down, and then maybe release all the way down, or just leave it in the middle. And then I'm just going for very low ratio compression, and it always sounded good. So in this case, you have pretty low ratio compression with the leveler, which is like 1 to 1.2. And I don't know, it sounds good to me, man. So, I mean, I know people who mix without compression, like, so to me, you know, I'm at least giving it some. More so because the main reason is there's a tone that it's imparting on the sound that's really pleasant. And then, as you can see, the EQ is before the compressor, so any EQ moves is going to be affected by the compressor, and that makes the tone sound a little bit more smooth, and I don't know, it just sounds good. So This is very simple, man. I'm gonna have this mix done like maybe 5 minutes. I have a vocal bus. I don't have a drum bus, but I have a vocal bus. I'm not bussing everything. That's insane. I don't know. There's people who say to do that. Why? More processing? You don't need more processing, man. I'm not dealing with raw tracks. You see, the vocals were raw tracks. That's why they're on a bus, right? So because they need more processing. But I mean, sounds that are already recorded, already processed sound. You don't need to do that. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing. So basically, my workflow is gonna be this: compressor, then EQ, compressor, EQ levels. Sometimes I use the drive. The drive on the channel. Lately on some other mixes is usually I do that on the bass. Sometimes if I want to crunch a bass up, give it a little distortion, make it sound cool, I'll do that, and then I'll drive the trim, and I'll turn the drive on, and then I'll gain that trim or whatever, and it sounds cool. So probably do little on the vocal bus. I'll show you what I'm doing here. So, I mean, you can recreate SSL consoles, or you can just use this, like, modern Harrison, virtual console, which I like this. I love this, man, and you get an excellent sound out of this. So, here, I have the drive here. I have it on warmer tape color, orange, as opposed to yellow. Yellow's warmer sounding. I like that on vocals. Actually, I like that on buses, period. I just want a different tape on the buses. On the master bus, it's probably just the yellow tape, because it's whatever the tape they give you for the master bus. You're stuck with it, but it sounds good. So I'll use that too. So we're going to use all that in combination. I believe that this mix at the end is going to have a very analog flavor, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. It's an old school, it's a boom bap type of track. The artist's name is Cash is King. He's with a crew called Royalty Music Entertainment, and they're out of Rapid City, South Dakota. What did you say, South Dakota? People rap there? Yeah, believe it or not, there's like rappers there. And there's rappers anywhere, man. It's like rappers in Wyoming, dude. Like, I mean, well, Kanye West is one of them, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying? No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's rappers, man, everywhere you go. And what's cool is in South Dakota, they kind of have more of a, well, I guess the younger guys, I think they're a few years behind on the trends, music wise. And that's actually a good thing, because we know that the music recently has kind of trended in a really bad way. And that trend hasn't hit them yet. So he's more of an old school, boom bap and G-funk type of dude. That's cool, because that's kind of my, I like retro, so I like G-funk. I like, boom bap, East Coast stuff. I like the old school stuff they were doing in the South a long time ago. I like synth wave, retro wave. I like city pop. I like all that shit. I like, if it's old, more than likely I like it. So, which leads me to why I'm mixing, with Harrison Mixbus 32C, because I like a warm, I like a warm sound, but I like it to be clean too. I like a warm and a clean sound, so I can mix modern shit with this too. But we have an old school sounding track, so we're gonna do that. But yeah, check him out, man. Check them out on Reverb Nation. He's in a crew. He raps with a few other guys. Another guy that's in that crew is BCP. Look him up. He has an album called Third World Music. Check that out. I produced a lot of stuff on that from a long time ago. I used to go by Rapid Tracks. That's what I used to call myself. And then I changed my name to Vigilante Styles later. Main reason is I used to live up there for about 6 years. So I lived in Rapid City. So that's where I was saying this guy's from Rapid City, South Dakota. This whole crew's from that area, Rapid City, South Dakota. I lived there for 6 years, from 2006 to 2012. And while I was there, I just went by Rapid Tracks because I was in Rapid City at the time. And when I left Rapid City, I was like, well, I can't be Rapid Tracks. I'm not in Rapid City anymore. And I'm not even from Rapid City, guys. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, man, from H-Town. And now I live in Atlanta. I live in ATL. So, I mean, I don't know. I could have called myself Atlanta Tracks, but I'm sure there's a bunch of people probably called that here. So I figured I went through a rap name generator, and it was like Vigilante Styles. Actually, I did that while I was in Denver. I was in Denver, and I did that. So when I moved to Denver, I was in Denver for a bit, and while I was in Denver, Colorado, that rap name generator, Vigilante Styles, I went with that. I said, that sounds cool. I'm going to go with that. I think it was the Wu-Tang rap name generator. I don't know if that works anymore, but that's the one that it was. And said Vigilante Styles, and I said, oh, that sounds pretty, that sounds vicious, bro. I can go with that, so that's how I came up with my rap name. I got that idea from Childish Gambino, right? Donnie Glover, or Donald Glover, whatever his name is. And, wait, Danny Glover, that's that guy from Lethal Weapon, man. I don't know, dude. I'm getting everybody's names all fucked up. But anyway, the guy that goes by Childish Gambino got his name from a rap name generator, probably the Wu-Tang one as a matter of fact. And then I got mine also from that too. So came with Vigilante Styles, man. And I was like, oh, that's vicious, bro. I can go with that. So anyway, that's how I came up with my name. Then after that, I moved to Atlanta. And that's where I am. That's where I am. And that's where I be. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I still keep up with these guys, man. It was like an old song we did probably back in like 2011. And I decided to give it a more, 90s hip hop flavor. Yeah, I think for you guys who watch my channel, if you love 90s hip hop, bro, you're going to love this track, dude. This is one of my favorite ones, to be honest, that I've done recently. Really, really love the vibe of this. You guys are just, if you're in the 90s, like boom bap hip hop, that New York shit, dude, you're going to love this, dude. This just has, to me, it has like that early 90s flavor, man. Just right around that Tribe Called Quest era vibe. So that's what I'm going for on this. All right, I'm gassing you guys up, man. Let me start mixing this, man. You're going to hear it, man. You're going to love this, dude. This thing is fire, man. And I think everybody wants a fresh new sound anyway that has, with some nostalgia to it. I think this ticks all the boxes, bro. You guys are going to love it. Anyway, let's get mixing. Let's get it on.
makes them want more. So every track we try to outdo the last, cause no waters round here could outdo our last. Put these fools on blast, show them that class. Sucker shook up, release this track. They all want beef, but no they can't handle. So I tell them go to church, cause they scared to battle. Smelled they fear all the way in Seattle, so I came back and made them all skedaddle. Quick on me, check my insanity, going off the Richter, and these suckers mad at me, cause even though they come, they all still fans of me. Piece of tracks too, it's the royalty family, and we out of control. From the beats to the flows, to people going nuts like crowds at a show. When I tell you why, cause we real hardcore, everything released makes them want more. So every track we try to outdo the last, cause no artist round here could outdo our last. Put these fools on blast, show them that class. Suckers shook up, release this track. They all want beef, but no they can't handle. So I tell them go to church, cause they scared to battle. Smelled they fear all the way in Seattle, so I came back and made them all skedaddle. Quick on me, check my insanity, going off the Richter, and these suckers mad at me, cause even though they come, they all still fans of me. Piece of tracks too, it's the royalty family, and we out of control. From the beats to the flows, to people going nuts like crowds at a show. When I tell you why, cause we real hardcore, everything released makes them want more. So every track we try to outdo the last, cause no artist round here could outdo our last. Put these fools on blast, show them that class. Suckers shook up, release this track. They all want beef, but no they can't handle. So I tell them go to church, cause they scared to battle. Smelled they fear all the way in Seattle, so I came back and made them all skedaddle. Quick on me, check my insanity, going off the Richter, and these suckers mad at me, cause even though they come, they all still fans of me. Piece of tracks too, it's the royalty family, and we out of control. From the beats to the flows, to people going nuts like crowds at a show. When I tell you why, cause we real hardcore, everything released makes them want more. So every track we try to outdo the last, cause no artist round here could outdo our last. Put these fools on blast, show them that class. Suckers shook up, release this track. They all want beef, but no they can't handle. So I tell them go to church, cause they scared to battle. Smelled they fear all the way in Seattle, so I came back and made them all skedaddle. Quick on me, check my insanity, going off the Richter, and these suckers mad at me, cause even though they come, they all still fans of me. Piece of tracks too, it's the royalty family, and we out of control. From the beats to the flows, to people going nuts like crowds at a show. When I tell you why, cause we real hardcore, everything released makes them want more. So every track we try to outdo the last, cause no artist round here could outdo our last. Put these fools on blast, show them that class. Suckers shook up, release this track. They all want beef, but no they can't handle. So I tell them go to church, cause they scared to battle. Smelled they fear all the way in Seattle, so I came back and made them all skedaddle. Quick on me, check my insanity, going off the Richter, and these suckers mad at me, cause even though they come, they all still fans of me. Piece of tracks too, it's the royalty family, and we out of control. From the beats to the flows, to people going nuts like crowds at a show. When I tell you why, cause we real hardcore, everything released makes them want more. So every track we try to outdo the last, cause no artist round here could outdo our last. Put these fools on blast, show them that class. Suckers shook up, release this track. They all want beef, but no they can't handle. So I tell them go to church, cause they scared to battle. Smelled they fear all the way in Seattle, so I came back and made them all skedaddle. Quick on me, check my insanity, going off the Richter, and these suckers mad at me, cause even though they come, they all still fans of me. Piece of tracks too, it's the royalty family, and we out of control. From the beats to the flows, to people going nuts like crowds at a show. When I tell you why, cause we real hardcore, everything released makes them want more. So every track we try to outdo the last, cause no artist round here could outdo our last. Put these fools on blast, show them that class. Suckers shook up, release this track. They all want beef, but no they can't handle. So I tell them go to church, cause they scared to battle. Smelled they fear all the way in Seattle, so I came back and made them all skedaddle. Quick on me, check my insanity, going off the Richter, and these suckers mad at me, cause even though they come, they all still fans of me. Piece of tracks too, it's the royalty family, and we out of control. From the beats to the flows, to people going nuts like crowds at a show. When I tell you why, cause we real hardcore, everything released makes them want outdo our last. Put these fools on blast, show them that class. Suckers shook up, release this track. They all want beef, but no they can't handle. So I tell them go to church, cause they scared to battle. Smelled they fear all the way in Seattle. So I came back and made them all skedaddle. Quick on me, check my insanity. Going off the Richter, and these suckers mad at me. Cause even though they come, they all still fans of me. Piece of tracks too, it's the royalty family. And we out of control, from the beats to the flows. To people going nuts like crowds at a show. When I tell you why, cause we real hardcore. Everything released makes them want more. So every track we try to outdo the last. Cause no waters round here could outdo our last. Put these fools on blast, show them that class. Suckers shook up, release this track. They all want beef, but no they can't handle. So I tell them go to church, cause they scared to battle. Smelled they fear all the way in Seattle. So I came back and made them all skedaddle. Quick on me, check my insanity. Going off the Richter, and these suckers mad at me. Cause even though they come, they all still fans of me. Piece of tracks too, it's the royalty family. And we out of control, from the beats to the flows. To people going nuts like crowds at a show. When I tell you why, cause we real hardcore. Everything released makes them want more. So every track we try to outdo the last. Cause no waters round here could outdo our last. Put these fools on blast, show them that class. Suckers shook up, release this track. They all want beef, but no they can't handle. So I tell them go to church, cause they scared to battle. Smelled they fear all the way in Seattle. So I came back and made them all skedaddle. Quick on me, check my insanity. Going off the Richter, and these suckers mad at me. Cause even though they come, they all still fans of me. Piece of tracks too, it's the royalty family. And we out of control, from the beats to the flows. To people going nuts like crowds at a show. When I tell you why, cause we real hardcore. Everything released makes them want more. So every track we try to outdo the last. Cause no waters round here could outdo our last. Put these fools on blast, show them that class. Suckers shook up, release this track. They all want beef, but no they can't handle. So I tell them go to church, cause they scared to battle. Smelled they fear all the way in Seattle. So I came back and made them all skedaddle. Quick on me, check the Richter. All still fans of me. Piece of tracks too, it's the royalty family. And we out of control, from the beats to the flows. To people going nuts like crowds at a show. When I tell you why, cause we real hardcore. Everything released makes them want more. So every track we try to outdo the last. Cause no waters round here could outdo our last. Put these fools on blast, show them that class. Suckers shook up, release this track. They all want beef.
Guys, I have an issue with FabFilter Pro DS. I do not like what it's doing to the vocal. So FabFilter's in trouble with me. I don't like that de-esser, man. It sounds like shit, dude. Like, it sounded like it fucked the vocal up to me. I'm gonna go for Analog Obsession loads. See if that fixes our problem. Yeah, I'm gonna use a post compressor. All right, let me try this one. I'm gonna turn the band on. I'm gonna apply threshold, see if that solves our problem. There's a certain frequency. It seems like it was making it harsh. Like, I don't know, somewhere in like the 6K region. I know it was supposed to be de-essing, but it's not smooth. It sounds like shit. All right, let's check it here.
Quick on me, check my insanity. Going off the Richter, and these suckers mad at me. Cause even though they come, they all still fans of me. Piece of tracks too, it's the royalty family. And we out of control, from the beats to the flows. To people going nuts like crowds at a show. When I tell you why, cause we real hardcore. Everything released makes them want more. So every track we try to outdo the track. They all want beef, but no, they can't handle. So I tell them go to church, cause they scared to battle. Smelt they fear all the way in Seattle. So I came back and made them all skedaddle. Quick on me, check my insanity. Going off the Richter, and these suckers mad at me. Cause even though they come, they all still fans of me. Piece of tracks too, it's the royalty family. And we out of control, from the beats to the flows. To people going nuts like crowds at a show. And I tell you why, cause we real hardcore. Everything released makes them want more. So every track we try to outdo the last. Cause no artist round here could outdo our last. Put these fools on blast, show them that class. Suckers shook up, release this track. They all want beef, but no, they can't handle. So I tell them go to church, cause they scared to battle. Smelt they fear all the way in Seattle. So I came back and made them all skedaddle.
Excellent. That sounds good. I'm not going to turn it down on the master fader or anything. I know that anything that goes past, goes into the red here is just going to go into the limiter, so it's not clipping. So, anyway, that's it, man. It's done. What do you think? That's a pretty fire joint anyway, man, isn't it? That's what I thought it was, too. So, on my vocal bus, I put an Avalon. This is the brand new Kazrog Avalon 747. Mess around with that bad boy. That sounds excellent on vocals. It really balanced out all the vocal tracks. I bussed the vocal tracks to the vocal bus, applied some additional slight EQ, some more compression, a little bit with the leveler. I gave it some orange tape drive, and then of course that went to the master bus. Of course, I also drove the tape also on the master bus. Did some 3-band EQ on that. And bus compression. Oh, by the way, I used the bus compressor in default mode too and just turn it down until it starts compressing. Have you not noticed? I'm doing that on everything. That's how I use a compressor in Harrison Mixbus. I mean, but I know the other compression techniques. I just don't do that. It sounds good in default. I think that's another thing too for those who are mixing Harrison Mixbus, especially if you're doing hip hop. Everything sounds good in default mode. You don't even see me messing with the frequency knobs. I do on bass, but I don't really on anything else because everything sounds good there. So default, right? Default is the way to go, unless you absolutely have to. But even if you absolutely have to, I mean, you could just use Pro Q3 in here, right? Pro DS, I'm now gonna say in this video sounds terrible. And you guys get to hear it. It sounded fucking terrible on the vocals. It did something unpleasant to the vocals that I did not like. So I got rid of it. I put analog obsession loads on it. Sounds wonderful. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Now the vocals sound perfect. I don't know why, man. But that's just, it is what it is. That's why you have these other tools available to you. But overall, I would prefer not to use any plugins in this. But I mean, obviously the Avalon's useful. I know that's like a must for vocals. Every big studio has an Avalon. There's a reason why they use it on vocals. I think they use it on other things too, but for me, it's vocals, right? And then on top of it all, gotta have a de-esser, right? I mean, there's no doubt. I tried changing the Pro DS and different parts of the chain. I tried putting it before the compressor. I was thinking maybe the compressor can kind of compress that signal, but it probably just made it worse. I think it made it worse. So I just got rid of it. Typically, you're going to use the de-esser after the compressor because the compressor is going to bring up that sibilance, and you want to de-ess that. So in this case, I use Analog Obsession loads. It's free. Go to Analog Obsession. Give that guy, his Patreon. Take care of him. Throw some money his way. For the fact that he's giving you guys free plugins. Basically, takes donations, but otherwise, you don't have to give him any money. If let's say you're strapped for cash, whatever, you don't have to give him anything. You can just get the plugin, So he's giving his plugins away for free, but he takes donations, and I highly suggest you guys donate to him. He's a wonderful guy. So anyway, you also get to see how the mono and the dim worked. So I checked it in mono, basically checked the mix in mono, sounded good mono. I think I did a slight adjustment to vocals because I felt like in mono they were starting to disappear a little. Brought them up just a little more, and then they sat better. And then I dimmed the mix on top of it all, and I heard that maybe it might have been a little too bright, which is kind of crazy because this is supposed to be kind of like a lo-fi kind of track anyway. But I felt like there was some kind of unpleasant brightness that was happening. And I just turned that down a little bit on the master bus EQ, and then undimmed it, unmonoed it. Everything sounds great. I'm going to render this as a WAV file. Mastering is just going to be Ozone. And there you go. That's it. That's it. So you guys get to hear it. If you guys like my videos, man, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Definitely. I'm also on engineers.com. Engineers.com. It's the one that... what's his name? That dude. Mixed by Ali. Yeah. That's his website. I'm on that too. So if you guys need mixing, mastering, whatever, the information on it's old. I haven't updated it. So I might be on there saying like, oh, I use Studio One or Pro Tools or something on there. Well, I'm going to mix in Harrison Mixbus 32C version 9. So version 9 is the most complete version of Harrison Mixbus 32C I've used. And it's my favorite. My second favorite was 6.2 when I was using that. But I really feel like 9 is a complete package. I don't think they can improve on this, to be honest. I am kind of excited that if SSL wants to get in on this and make an SSL Mixbus, I'll be willing to entertain that. But obviously, I don't really need it. I think that Harrison Mixbus is more than adequate for all my mixing needs, and probably for yours as well. Another thing too is I can do like audio to video really well on this too, which is really nice. I have problems doing that in other DAWs, except Pro Tools. I think I could do it pretty good there, but then once again, you already have your console already worked out here. There you gotta be searching for plugins. Fuck that shit, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really don't even need like the other plugins. It's just that I think an Avalon has definitely got to be useful on a vocal bus, so that's why it's there. Who knows, in future videos I might stop using it and go, oh, I don't need it, right? But I think it sounds good. It had a good effect on the vocal. So now that's another thing too. You guys get to hear how the Kazrog Avalon sounded like on a vocal bus, and there you go. So I don't sugarcoat shit, Basically, I give you guys the goods, man, the real deal. When you watch my videos, I'm not here to sell a fucking plugin. I'm not here to tell you to use this or that. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and this is how I mix. And I'm not here to generate content in a way where it's like, oh, this is the new secret that the fucking mixing engineers use. Dude, what the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the secret. It sounds good, right? That's your secret. So they say, well, I don't know how to do this and that, or what you're doing or whatever. Hey, a little bit goes a long way, man. Little EQ, little compression goes a long way. And sometimes you can drive things. You saw how I used the channel drive on the bass to drive the bass because I thought that would have a good effect on it. That's a completely personal decision. It's not necessary or needed. You don't have to do that to every bass. I just did it in this case because I thought that bass sounded really clean, and I thought a little grit on that bass would be cool sounding. That's just really it. It didn't really need, and it was low level, like it's subtle grit, And same when I use saturation. But the key is drive it until it's hard sounding and ugly, and then back off on it until it sounds good. I mean, that's another thing too. So, I mean, overall, this is a pretty fire mix, man. I can roll with this. I know you guys love my Harrison Mixbus videos on top of it all, so I'm probably just going to do more videos using this thing. So anyway, if you want to send me stuff to mix, man, for my videos, by all means, man, send me stuff. I'm down, brother. shit. I got like, this was just 6 tracks, man. It was like nothing. So I got to pay more special attention to the vocals than I probably typically would have in a regular, like in a large mix. I mean, I would have still paid special attention to the vocals, but I got extremely picky about levels and stuff because it's just only 6 tracks, you know. But normally I probably could have gotten away with what I was already doing at first anyway. But in the end, fire mix. So that's how you do it, guys. I mean, you can watch these other dudes, you know, 17-year-old dude using FL Studio and going, bro, 5 sound organizers, 2 fruity limiters, and then 10 Maximus presets. How to get a professional vocal sounds like the baby, little baby, D baby, fucking baby, and all other fucking baby, fucking never gonna be grown men fucking rappers, right? Out there. So the baby mama baby, you know. You know what I'm saying? This is how you get the baby mama baby vocals, guys. You gotta use the Maximus 20 times and 4 sound godizers, fruity EQ, blood overdrive, 3 fast discs, and that's how you get the baby mama baby, the little baby, the baby D baby, baby vocals. You know there's gonna be a part of my video I start acting a fool, dude. You know what I'm saying? This right here. Shit. I was all business till now. Now I'm just being an asshole. But anyway, but you guys love it. You guys love it when I'm an asshole, man. Straight up. So anyway, like, subscribe, notification bell. It's your boy Vigilante Styles, man. And I gotta go master this track now. So, but it's just Ozone, right? I'm just gonna tell you, like, do I need to make a video on this? Oh, how to click Master Assistant? That's what I'm like. That's all what I'm gonna do. That's it. Master Assistant. I'm done. That and and I always use the True Peak when on the maximizer. So there you go. That's how you do my mastering. And you go, which one do you pick? Do you pick streaming? Yes, I do actually, because it gives that 1 decibel headroom, so it doesn't clip on other devices. So is it a loud master? No, but I hate loud masters, right? I'm of the camp of dynamics, right? So there it is. But on a mix, you know, like I said, I have a limiter here. I could slam this mix into a limiter. It sounds wonderful too. But I just leave it default. So just in case, you know, my tracks are hot or whatever and they're hitting the limiter, fuck it, let it hit the limiter. That limiter has a character. So everything has a good character, man. Harrison Mixbus, guys. I don't give a fuck what all the other videos say about him. I love Dan Worrell and all this other stuff, but he's not talking about the program anyway. He's talking about their plugins, and you know, we can debate about that all day long, but maybe that was what was happening in older versions of Harrison Mixbus. But who cares, man? Your ears hear good shit, right? It's working. So there it is. You know, end of the day, right? We didn't know what the hardware did under the fucking hood, and we go, damn, that sounds good, bro. I'm gonna buy this shit. I'm gonna put it on vocals. Then you're like, oh man, bro, it's just only running electricity through a transformer, bro. Like, fuck, you can do that with yourself. Well, that's pretty much the same thing we're doing with our plugins. Bro, it fucking cramps. But then, you know, you're using your ears to tune, right? So you're like, oh, the EQ cramps or whatever, but you can hear that, right? You can hear something unpleasant happening, so then you just back off on it. Dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the fucking day, you know, bro, it aliases. Yeah. Well, did you hear when I'm working on this track when I was driving all the fucking saturation on? Did that sound horrible? Fuck no, that sounded awesome, right? So fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit. Fuck when people are telling you that shit. Fuck those motherfucking YouTube motherfuckers. Except myself. Well, fuck me too, right? No, I'm just kidding. Fuck all those guys who say that shit. Fuck every one of them. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, it sounds good. Shit is done. Move on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what it is. These guys, sometimes you don't know, man, if they're being bought off, bro, by other plugin developers. Talk shit about other plugins. You know, it does this, it does that. We're gonna get plug-in doctor. We're gonna break that shit out, which I do that too. So fuck me when I did that, right? But the more that I learn about mixing, the more I realize, fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit sounds good. It's fucking good. There, end of the day, that's all you have to do. You don't have to sit there and overthink this shit. You know, what's the compression ratio? I know you guys want to know that shit. What compression ratio did Dr. Dre use? Well, we know 8 to 10, right? I said that in another video. But that's on certain shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I'm just telling you. Use your fucking ears. That's what you have them for. Is what you're mixing and mastering for. I like the fact that in Harrison Mixbus, you could use everything default and fucking shit sounds fire at the end. But you could be picky, bro. You could be like, dude, I don't want to fucking use this leveler. I could switch to compressor mode, and I have more, you know, control over the, and I got a different character, but I got more control over the ratio, the attack release, all that other bullshit, you know. But leveler sounds good. My favorite. I stick with that. You'll get different ratios. If you go to limiter, then you get really, basically you get extreme ratios, extreme character out of the different compressor modes. So yeah, you could switch it, man. You can be that way. It's cool if you want to. If you want to get in the weeds with it, you can. And if you don't have to. Because default is fire. Like, dude, on my master bus, dude, I went with default. The default on the master bus compressor is fucking 10, dude. It's a ratio of 10. It's like damn near it's like a limiter itself with a medium attack and medium release. That's it. It sounds good, motherfucker. I could go with the fucking SSL classic way with the slowest attack, fastest release, and a low ratio, just for what they call a little bit of glue. But that actually sounds good in default, man. Sounds good. So default, man. Default is sexy in Harrison Mixbus. So, but that's just the way to use it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have your ways. I got mine. I think that mix turned out fire. Fuck anybody's opinion about that. That shit sounded good, man. That has that vibe, man. That has that Tribe Called Quest quality to it, in my opinion. And I'm happy about that. And shit, man, I'm gonna print this mix. I'm gonna master this, man. I'm gonna go bump it. I'm gonna go dance in my fucking room. And I'm not gonna. You guys don't get to see that. I'm gonna be twerking to this motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, God, I was gonna end this video a million years ago. Anyway, it's your boy Vigilante Styles, man. Like, subscribe, notification bell. All right, till we meet again. Peace.